Hi, everybody. This is Artist King, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I am doing another collage using magazine images. I do these because they're so much fun. I really enjoy doing them because you can take these images and create stories. I guess when I do it, I like my images to tell stories. So in this one, I found this awesome picture of a forested area. So I thought, well, let's see what I can do with this. So I used some matte medium and I applied it because, as I've said before, I don't like using the Mod Podge just to stick the images onto the page. So I found this matte medium. I've had it for a while and it works pretty well. To get the images to stick onto the paper. So okay, so that's I attach it, and then in a couple seconds you'll see the images that I found. They're really kind of weird, but I thought when I put all the images together before I even started, I thought it would tell a good story. It will tell an unusual story. So you'll see that in a couple minutes, in a minute or so. You'll see the image that I found. I do find a lot of my images in GQ, Essence, Wired magazine, and a few others, but mainly those is where I find my images because they always have interesting images of people and their facial expressions. So that's where I normally get my images from. So with this one, I found somebody did like a photo shoot or something with all these people dressed in oh no, I forgot, I had to put my birds in the air too. I decided to put 3 white birds in the air like they flying across the forest. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using, in this case, what do you call that thing? Oh God, I can't think of it. It's like a paste, and you use it to put texture onto, like when you're doing mixed media and other things. It kind of raises off the paper, so then you could add color to it, and you can kind of see it, almost like, I can't quite explain it, but you'll see when I'm done. So I found that I bought something and I got that stencil with birds on it. So I thought that would, help me make the pieces. So see, here you have 3 white birds flying across the forest, which I think by itself looks pretty okay. So now you'll see the images that I found. There you go. Now what that is a young man or a young woman. I'm not sure if it was a guy or a girl. And that's a down coat, a ginormous down coat that goes all the way to the ground, and it covers they covered up their heads, so all you're really seeing is their faces on that. So I thought that image would make an interesting, give it a different look. Because what I try to do with my collage art, I try to get, when you look at it, it somehow tells a story. So in this one, we have these I don't want to say weird, but yeah, maybe weird characters in the middle of the forest with birds flying over their head. And then I found another image of a man with his hands raised. I don't know if he's praising God, or if he's screaming, or if he's asking for help. But there's so much that goes through your mind when you see it. So I'll get him in the middle so you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. See, so there he is in the middle of the forest between these two, funny looking creatures that you don't really know who they are, what they are, and they're looking at him, and he's maybe saying help, I'm not sure. But I thought that doing it that way, it tells a story. He might be trying to get away from them. I don't know. But when you look at that, it's so many different things go through your mind. So, and then I found this picture of a girl. She's all white face and everything. And I thought I'd put that up by the birds. So it's almost like he's looking up at her. And then we have these two characters. We don't really know who they are, what they represent. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So then what I did, I used watercolor paint, which I use watercolor paint to add color in the background because it's easy. It's easy to spread. So like you could just put some on the brush and dip it in water, and you can spread it a lot further than if I had used acrylic paint. See, I decided to do a yellow background. So yeah, see how easy it is to spread the watercolor. Because in some of the pieces I tried to spread like acrylic paint on the page before I put anything on it, and it doesn't spread very well. But if you use watercolor paint, it's a lot easier. So that's just a little tip for anyone who's trying to do this. If you want to put color into your picture, it's better to use watercolor. And sometimes, like if I was painting over, sometimes you see people apply gesso like over the forested area to kind of take out some of the green. Sometimes I see people do that. So if you're doing that, then it's better to use acrylic paint there. But for like the sides and to just put some more color into the piece, I found that using watercolor paint is much better. So then I took a stencil that had some circles, kind of funny looking circles in there, and I decided to put some more stuff because I already had the leaves, the green leaves up at the top. So I said, well, let me take like a purple or a red, I think it might be purple or something like that, and put it up, use some stencils on there like that, right above the head of the lady floating up in the sky. So yeah, like in this case, if you have like little rubber stamp things that has certain designs on them, you can use that also. There's several different types of stencils that can be used in a case like this. So it just depends on what you want to see, how you want your piece to look. Don't be afraid to experiment. Don't be afraid to try something different. Don't be afraid to think outside the box when it comes to your art. It's what you make it. If you make it and you say that's art, then that's what it is. So, I spend a lot of time preparing myself for these things, to do these videos, and I just kind of have things in my mind, and a lot of times the piece just doesn't end up looking like that, because I might start it and then something else will come to mind, and I just go with the flow. So here we are, we're almost done. So you can see the man, he's in the middle of the forest. Like he's saying, okay, what are y'all doing here? Or he could be praising God, or he could be screaming for help. There's so many things that could be happening in this picture. So anyway, I am almost done. So at this time, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for joining me on this journey. So remember, Tuesdays and Saturdays is when I post. So don't forget, if this is your first time, hit the subscribe button and the notification button so that you can continue to receive, to know when I post, and you can continue to view my videos. Okay, so you can check my website, artbyking.net, or you can see all my stuff on Instagram at artbywking. Okay, so you have several places that you can view stuff that I've done. So I want to say at this time, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Okay, all right, and you'll see the finished product in a few seconds. So Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye now.